Let your apology be as loud as your criticism. Gospel singer Lara slams Pastor Enenche over apology to woman he embarrassed. Lara, a Nigerian gospel musician, lambasted the founder of Dunamis Church, Pastor Paul Enenche, for apologizing to the woman he publicly embarrassed at his church. Cribbles reported that a woman identified as Vera approached the altar of Dunamis Church to share her experience of how God made her the only graduate in her family. During the testimony, Vera said she graduated with a BSc in law from Noun, but the clergyman accused Vera of lying because there was no Bachelor of Science in law. He further expressed that she couldn't speak good English and the lawyers are meant to be fluent. The issue caused much frenzy on social media, and Nigerians dug into it and brought out evidence that showed the woman in question was not lying. A photo of her in her graduation gown made rounds online, and her name was listed among the names of people who graduated. Pastor Paul Enenche had tendered an apology to her, explaining that he never intended to disgrace the testifier. His action was based on his and his church aversion to seeming mediocrity and any appearance of untruth. Reacting to his apology, Lara said it should be as loud as his criticism. She said it despite one's status, one should treat others the same way he wants to be treated. She told the clergyman to apologize to her properly, as the write-up he had his team do was an insult on top of her injury. She noted how he would have never addressed a matter like this if she was from a wealthy background. That is an apology. When it leaves room for doubt, you haven't apologized. Be humble enough to apologize to her properly. Let your apology be as loud and as clear as your criticism. Nah, it's not nice. It doesn't matter who you are. We should all treat others as we would like to be treated. She doesn't speak as well as you think she should, so can you conclude that she's telling a lie based on the way she speaks? The way she speaks reflects what we have allowed in our society. Every politician you coddled instead of speaking the truth to, who stole phones that should have gone into healthcare, education, or the other public welfare initiative, well, that's the outcome. Graduates who speak like that, and you contributed to the condition of that society. The contribution from people like her is what has built the edifice you sit in. The way she speaks reflects what we have allowed in our society. Every politician coddled instead of speaking the truth to, who stole funds that should have gone into healthcare, education, or every other public welfare initiative. Well, that's the outcome. Graduates who speak like that, and you contributed to the condition of that society. The contribution from people like her is what has built the edifice you sit in, and while you sit there, we don't hear you speak for the voiceless or help or defend the helpless. Nah, it's not nice. Apologize to her properly, unequivocally. That write-up that you had your people do is really an insult on top of her injury. You know this, and you will never dare address the matter like that if she was from a wealthy background. At the end of the day, the way you treat someone who you think will never need is the true indicator of your character. Well, now let me say this. Do you know it is wrong? I don't care what people say. I do not care what people say. First of all, I don't want care waiting person go talk. But treating somebody like that, I feel if you want to correct somebody, I am a very, very careful person. As in, how am I going to put it? I don't know how I'm going to say it. As in, if you want to correct somebody, I want to believe that it's going to be in private. You understand? You want to scold her. You want to correct somebody. You get what I say, if you just, call them by the side, or, what you go do. Or after this thing, somebody if you just help and wrap them up, and then they call her later and ask question, not on stage. And for you to come outside, If, okay, fine, you felt she was lying and you don't want to make it one business for your church, and you are trying to protect the image of your church, and you are trampling on another person's self-esteem. Brother, I be pastor, what you're going to do is the way you actually came out and shout. You will carry your mic like that, put it on the highest level, hold it close to your mouth and say, hello, people of God. Please, that lady that I actually, I said she was lying, I embarrassed her, I want to apologize. Please, young lady, if you're here, I want to apologize to you. I am really sorry. We kind of judged you based on what we were hearing. Come outside, please. If there is any way I have, what's it called? If any way what I have done has actually hurt you, or people who are actually dragging her, please, we have found that it is the truth. Come outside and apologize properly. Now, so then they use douan. You no go slap person for outside for public. Then when you enter house, you can't call house, come they sing, I beg, no verse. Okay? You see that place where you slap am? Now that place you go dey do the apology. Anything where she can't feel say she won't do you for that place, make she do you. Do you understand? It is wrong. Fine, okay, you did not know. You are trying to protect the image of your church. You understand? You know what make the contact say, nah, fake testimony. Now we dey hear from your church. No problem. But my own is, this thing with Lara just talk. Not true. Come outside, come talk. And true. Okay, you don't ever remember the defenseless. You know they remember the defenseless and the needy now. You don't know what she see before she see herself through school finish. And like I say, you don't base people. You see this, that's the, what's it called? That phrase that goes, never judge a book, what's it called? First impression always matters. I think, say, maybe every first impression, they matter. Yes, because your first impression, you might be hearing something else or seeing something else. It's not about being a Christian or not. Sometimes keep religious aside and say the truth. The pastor is wrong. He should tender his apology in front of the congregation, just the same way as a disgrace in front of the congregation. All these dynamic church members are trying to defend him. We all know the truth is right. Pastor believers everywhere. Look, there is nothing like he has apologized. Me, if I'm a Christian, I'm going to say the truth. We're all human. We err. We make mistakes. But for you to acknowledge that mistakes, and I mean acknowledge it the same way you make it or made that mistake, is what makes you a proper Christian. You cannot come and humiliate. Do you know how you trampled on that lady's self-esteem, her self-image? You called her a liar. You made her believe that she's a liar. And then what? And then what happened? When you found out the truth, instead of it to come outside and address it the way that you are going to, you are coming out to write an apology. What does the apology does to a self-image you have trampled on? Now, let me say this. It is just as if somebody a man who is a man of integrity, he is accused of bribery and corruption. They come and accuse him, and the story is everywhere. And then, when the truth is now asked, instead of them to the way they start the accusation, make them, Do you understand? Make you go there, or maybe somebody's accused of rape, something as big as rape. And then you are actually there, and everything. And later, you now find out that the person is not the person. He just looked like the person, or he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then instead of you to come outside and call out, you are what? Instead of you to come outside and tell the person, come and say, state your, see, I make mistake, now this thing make me make mistakes, I beg, make no vex. Do you understand? This one is not a matter of this thing. I can overflow this issue. Right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest.